If you're a cinema fan, you probably would have heard about the movie Catching Dust. If you missed out on this movie, no worries. In today's video, we're going to talk about Catching Dust in detail. So stay with us till the end of the video to learn everything you missed. And let's get started. Catching Dust is an exciting movie that Stuart Gatt wrote and directed. It's the story of Gina, a woman who lives alone with her guilty husband Clyde. Their quiet life in Texas is not peaceful at all. It's full of stress and danger. Gina, who is played by Erin Moriarty, has had enough. After having enough of this dangerous life, she makes the brave choice to leave Clyde. But just as she's about to run away, bad luck changes her plans. A couple from New York shows up out of the blue at their hideout looking to get away from the liveliness of the city. They cause a different kind of chaos, but Gina talks Clyde into letting them stay, even though there are clear risks. Making this choice sets off a chain of events with unexpected results that put everyone in danger. The movie also has Dina Shihabi and Ryan Kaur in it, and their roles give the story more depth and mystery. The people who worked on making the movie are amazing. The directors are Mark David, John Katz, Stuart Gatt, and Edward R. Pressman. They make sure the movie's good. Aurelie and Mara did the photography, which shows how starkly beautiful Texas is and how tense the scenes between the characters are. Mara is known for his work on The Two of Us, and the way he tells stories visually makes the mood stronger, making the audience feel like they're alone and in danger in the hideout. The editor, Nicholas Gaster, expertly ties the story together, keeping the movie's pace and tension high and keeping viewers on the edge of their seats. The first showing of Catching Dust took place in the prestigious Tribeca Film Festival. Tribeca is known for showing daring and important movies, and Gatt's first full-length picture fits right in. The movie got great reviews at Tribeca because it had an interesting plot, great acting, and high-quality production. Making the jump from short films to full-length movies with Catching Dust is a big deal. His short film, My Beautiful White Skin, which dealt with the problem of skin lightening in the British Asian community, made him famous before. The movie, which stars Ritu Arya from Red Notice, was praised for its deep portrayal and powerful story. Gatt also made the short film The Dead Sea, which stars the BAFTA-nominated Sope Dirisu and is about the dangerous trip of Libyan refugees trying to get to Europe. Gatt's work shows he can give these stories human touches and make them seem real on the big screen. Moriarty, who plays the lead role in Catching Dust, has a long list of impressive roles. A lot of people know her from her part in the popular Amazon show The Boys, whose fourth season just wrapped up shooting. Moriarty has shown that she can handle complicated characters and powerful scenes as the main character in this series. More exciting things are coming up for her in the horror True Haunting, which she will be in with Jamie Campbell Bower. This movie will come out later this year from Scream Gems. The characters in Catching Dust are interesting and fully formed. As a figure, Gina is complicated. She's both strong and weak. The movie is mostly about her trip as she tries to escape a life full of crime and danger. Moriarty's performance gives Gina more depth by showing how she struggles with herself and is determined. Clyde's married to Gina. He's played by Courtney. He's a bad guy who does well in their isolated hideout. His personality is both scary and interesting. Courtney's acting captures the essence of a man who likes to be in charge, and how he reacts to the New York couple being there is very important to the story. They bring something new to the movie as played by Dina Shihabi and Ryan Kaur. Their arrival sets off action that is happening. Their world's very different from Gina and Clyde's, and they bring in things from outside that upset the balance. As their characters get into trouble without realizing it, Shihabi and Kaur's acting gives the movie a new twist. Stuart Gatt's taken a big step forward in his work by moving from short films to full-length movies. His other works have dealt with serious social problems in a sensitive and in-depth way, and Catching Dust continues this tradition with its interesting plot and well-rounded characters. This part in Catching Dust makes Moriarty an even bigger star in the acting world. Her impressive portfolio and future projects show how talented and versatile she is. She's shown she can handle complicated characters and powerful scenes in several different types of fiction. Hence, Catching Dust is a movie that is fun to watch and deeply explores how people feel and interact. It shows how powerful stories can be and how talented everyone who worked on it was. The movie's exciting and it makes you think about things like running away, trust, and the results of the decisions we make. This movie was made with all of Stuart Gatt's heart and soul, using what he had learned from his adventures and past work. Every frame of the movie shows how much he cares about telling strong stories. There are too many new things happening in the movie's third act, which makes people wonder what the movie's point is. The last few seconds of Catching Dust takes us back to the first scene, which gives us the wrong idea about what it means at first. The movie doesn't go into more detail about this event until the very end, which makes this scene and other parts of the story even less clear. Some parts, though, are very well done, as is most of the movie. At the beginning and end of the scenes, a beautiful purple sunset lights up the background, making a connection between the two that doesn't quite work. There are too many ideas and subplots in the movie, especially in the third act, which is its main flaw. By adding new parts so late in the story, it lessens the effect of what has already happened. People in the room don't know what to pay attention to or care about the most. In Gina's case, for example, her situation is heartbreaking, but the movie doesn't spend enough time on it. We get a glimpse of her troubled marriage, but just as we start to understand her pain, the story changes to a different subject. The lives of Amaya and Andy, on the other hand, show a mix of ease and secret hardships. The movie tries to make us feel sorry for them, but their problems don't seem as important as Gina's. It's harder for the audience to fully connect with their issues when they come from a privileged background. Their lives are complicated, but the movie doesn't give this plot as much care and depth as it does Gina's. The movie is beautiful to look at. The filming does a great job of showing how beautiful the places are, especially the beginning and end scenes with the purple sunset. The beauty of these scenes is almost poetic, and they make a strong visual connection. But the beautiful pictures don't quite make up for the confusing story. The comparison between the beginning and the end of the story is meant to make it more interesting, but it comes off as forced and confusing. In the end, the movie fails because it tries to deal with too many ideas and characters at once. There are too many things going on, and the result's dramatization instead of a clear, powerful story. The story jumps around from one character or problem to another without giving any of them enough attention, and this all-over-the-place method makes it hard to connect with any of the characters or their problems. Beautiful cinematography adds to the movie's visual charm and makes it fun to watch. The scenes are beautifully framed, and the use of natural light makes the whole thing feel dreamy and almost magical. The film's confusing plot, on the other hand, stands in stark contrast to its beautiful visuals, showing the disconnect between the two. In the end, the movie has a hard time finding a good balance between all of its different ideas and storylines. Adding new events in the third act makes things more complicated, but they also make things less clear and lessen the effect of the main story. The stars' great performances and the beautiful cinematography are not enough to make up for the film's weak plot. A lot of people leave the theater thinking about what the movie's real point is and whether the events that happened before the movie would have been more interesting. It's great that the movie tries to explore deep and meaningful ideas, but in the end it fails because that story isn't focused. People who see it will have more questions than solutions because it tries to do too much. The movie has beautiful images and great acting, but it doesn't have a story that makes sense or is interesting. The third act's theatrics and confusion take away from what could have been a strong and interesting story. The movie leaves the audience wanting more focus and clarity. So let us know, which character from this movie do you like the most? Share with us in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed watching today's video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.